There once was a guy from Gwinnett who one day would grow up to be a monster. But not just any monster, a trench monster. He's now back for year 5 and he's ready to eat. 91 does the dirty work but stays clean. He's taking a 30-minute timeout from the trenches to take your questions. And so live from Tallahassee, it's time for In the Coop with Robert Cooper. Let's go!
Finally back, baby. After 2 long weeks.
Coop and Haji, and who do we got with us this week in the Coop, Robert Cooper?
Yeah, man don't need no introduction. It's Big Fabo, man.
Yes, sir. What's up with it? What's up with it?
Oh, Fabian, good to see you on the show. Is there anything you want to share with us?
Glad to be here, man.
Right on. We're good. So glad to have you guys here. Everybody, welcome on into this edition of In the Coop with Robert Cooper. We'll be taking your questions until the top of the hour here, 8 o'clock Eastern time. So feel free to get involved in the chat. We'll pop your questions up on the bottom of the screen. If you're feeling generous, usually you do these super chats whenever we do these shows, whether it's Seminole Headlines or Wake Up Warchant or whatever. You guys throw us these super chats. We got that turned off. If you're feeling generous, we strongly encourage you to head over to risingspear.com. Where you can use your gift to help out these student athletes. They're supporting over 200 Florida State student athletes now, over 200 being helped out by Rising Spear across 9 different sports. So go check out risingspear.com. You're in the giving mood. Those folks helping out the student athletes who've given us pretty good amount of joy here over the first half of the season. I'm doing the sales job, guys. I got to do it. It's part of the whole
It's all good. We talking about the picture up there.
Oh, you finally saw it? Yeah. American Gothic. Coop with his lady, man. Keep it Robert, how are you feeling, man? I know you had a couple long weeks here, man, going into the bye week. You know, so many of us at home, whether it's media or fans, the bye week is like this magical week for you guys where we feel like you guys just either go home or you just get treatment and then you come back feeling 100%. I don't know if you'll ever feel close to 100% in the middle of the football season, but how good do you feel right now, Robert, going into these last 5 games of the regular season?
I feel good. Just, like you said, use the bye week just to get my body right and, get it close to 100% as I can. Just get ready for the last 5 games. And like you said, I'm just ready to go. Just put all the work out there.
How about for you, Fabian? I mean, obviously the 4-0 start was so exciting for not only the fan base, but obviously for you guys in the locker room. You believed last 3 weeks for you guys hasn't gone your guys' way, but it feels like there's still a good amount of optimism and hope around this team right now. How do you feel about your guys' chances here as we go into the end of this month and then November and then hopefully a bowl game?
Honestly, I feel great about it. I just feel like we just got to keep doing what we're doing and be more consistent and just everything will fall into play. It took those losses to show us things and help us out on the back end and help us realize it's the little things.
Gotcha. We'll probably find out the answer to this a little bit later on in the week, possibly tomorrow and then Wednesday as the team will be practicing. We'll be out there. But Marshall Willis asked you guys, evening, gentlemen, how has the energy around the program changed now that a lot of the guys are coming back off injuries here, Robert? Now that you guys are kind of a little bit hopefully healed and rested, what do you think the energy is going to be like at practice here on Tuesday and throughout the week?
I feel like the energy is going to be high, just as always. Just of course, we love getting everybody back. Just getting back healed up, and let them get back out there and have fun with us. But like I said, the energy is going to be real high just for everybody.
I don't know if you guys have already had a chance to have dinner, but FSU Rules was wondering, what have you guys had for dinner tonight?
Man, I just had a little rice chicken. That's. Keep it simple, protein, carbs. Got to get it in.
Yeah.
You cook? Do you cook, Cooper, or is that to go? Is that from a local restaurant?
No, I cooked it.
All right, man. All right, very good. Very good. Fabian, for you, how the last 2 weeks kind of come together? It's we heard Coach Norvell talk about you tried your hardest to be able to play in that Clemson game. Obviously, last week having a week off, we did see you at practice. I mean, I can see it, but I don't want to give everything away, man. But what's it been like for you these last 2 weeks as you've kind of gotten closer to maybe regaining your form that you had before your injury?
It's been good. It's been a learning lesson. I've been able to see a lot of things that I could learn from watching them play, watching Coop them play, watching Josh to play, watch the mistakes they make. It's been a learning process for me also because this is my first ever surgery or injury. So it's all been a learning process, but it's been coming along good though.
How long ago does that LSU game seem for you, man? Have you ever gone this long in your football season, whether it's Pee Wee or not, to not playing in the game and watching?
Nah, not besides like last year, but besides that, nah, I ain't never been this long.
I don't want to get too off track here, but we're waiting for some. Actually, we got a question here. We'll let it trickle in here. We got our guy down in South Florida, Jeremy Ivins, wondering who would win in a wing eating challenge on the team. Doesn't have to be you two guys, but if you guys had to throw down on wings, who in that locker room would be able to take home the crown?
KC.
Yeah,
I give big KC. I know KC probably throw about 30 of them. I mean, I'll probably be right with him though, right in second place. But
no, I might. I'm telling you,
man, I ain't gonna lie. It might be a good couple, really. I might go with Kanaya, KC. You can go. I might go with Reese. Reese might look small, but I'm pretty sure he eat more than me, probably.
Yeah. Io.
Oh yeah, Io, yeah. Io, yeah. Definitely top 3.
Talk to us a little about Io. I guess it's Ayobami Tafase. He's a young man who's recently kind of really played football. I know his learning curve is really huge, but man, you look at that guy and you're like, good Lord, if this kid figures it out. What have you guys seen from him over the course of these last few weeks and months that he's been on campus?
I just been seeing somebody who's just been willing to learn. It just reminds me of myself when I first came in. Of course, I didn't start playing ball late, but just our hunger to just learn more. Learn more. He's constantly asking me questions, favorite questions. I mean, anybody questions. Coach Odell, it can be anybody. He's just always willing to learn, and that's a big old 17-year-old, 18-year-old, whatever.
Yeah, Fabian, if he figures it out, man, he's got everything in the toolbox that you would want, right?
Yeah, he does. Literally everything.
He's impressive. Get down or lay down. Our guy Kyle used to be in Colorado. I think he's in Charlotte now. You said in a past episode, you're a quarterback, Robert. Have you asked the coach about running wild Coop offense where you take the snaps in short yardage?
No, that's never been a topic, but I'm pretty sure that'd be a great topic for me and coach to talk about. Especially what happened in the last 5-6 games. So I like that. I like the name of that too. Wild Coop offense.
There we go.
WCO, baby. Love it.
Our guy Octavia wonders, what's your guys' favorite television show?
I don't know.
Watch TV no more.
Yeah. Watch
I
film.
don't know. I don't know.
Any good movies you've seen lately?
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go with Blacklist. Just Blacklist. That's I got on that in high school, and I've been on and off with it now. But that's definitely an interesting TV show. I'll probably put that as my favorite as of right now.
Let's see if you guys are the true pros that you will be someday here soon. Carol Palalis asks, what game coming up are you looking forward to the most?
Shoot, everyone.
Yeah,
everyone. But every next game is always the biggest game. But of course you circle the big games, of course, big rivalry games, you circle those ones. So Miami, Florida, you circle those ones.
Robert, growing up in Georgia, growing up in suburban Atlanta, for me, an old head, Georgia Tech was actually pretty good when I was a kid. They were better than the University of Georgia.
Yeah, a little bit.
Did you ever, was Georgia Tech ever a team? I'm sure they had interest in you. Was that ever a team that you thought about? Did you ever visit them or ever have any interest in Georgia Tech?
No, I took a visit there when I was about in the 8th grade, and I think that was probably my last one. But we did this little camp. It's a story I still talk about. We did this little OLDL camp. Then at the end, we were doing some egg races, stuff like that. So after that, I ain't went back since that day. So it was all right.
That was the Paul Johnson days, right, Robert? That's when they were running.
Yeah, that's definitely Paul Johnson day, triple option.
Yeah, I don't know if Wild Coop would have been able to fit into a weak offense. Let's see here. Where a question? Man, they're popping in. Here we go. Eric Angel's wondering who's got the best pipes on the team. Who can sing? Who can sing?
Hey, I don't know. Ain't nobody be singing. Everybody want to rap nowadays. I don't know. But if I had a guess who could sing, I'd probably go AZ. AZ look like he can sing.
Yeah, smooth.
Yeah. Real, yeah.
Yeah. Light skin, yellow.
See him in a smooth,
Yeah.
silk, singing to the folks. I can definitely see AZ doing that.
Speaking of music, I saw the video that the Florida State football Twitter did where when you guys are walking off the field, I think every Wednesday they've got like a poster board and they're asking you guys a question. And they asked you guys, who on the team would you not want to give the aux cord to?
D-Mac.
Oh, yeah.
D-Mac.
All right. Elaborate, please. Robert, what's wrong with McClendon's music tastes?
Like, don't get me wrong, D-Mac, he can throw some jams in there, but he's too inconsistent. He'll throw a jam or two, and then he'll just go straight down. Like, it's a song that nobody either know, nobody like, it's...
That's what it sound like.
Just too inconsistent.
That's what it sound like.
And I saw Micah was saying that Jordan's a country music guy. Would not have guessed that. I guess he's a lover at heart. He's got a soft
I
spot.
think I just found that out. I want to say during the off season. I never knew. I never took him as a somebody listening to country. Everybody like different things. But definitely took me by surprise.
We get to see these videos that also the Florida State video department does these sort of a theatrical, I think they call it, sort of wrap-up videos. So Octavio asks, since the fans don't get the opportunity to get a Norvell speech after a game, is there anything that you guys can share, one thing that he does after maybe a loss that kind of keeps things in focus for you guys and keeps you looking straight ahead?
I say the main thing, every message, especially these past 3 weeks, just, getting back to work. Those are the simple words that just, to me makes the pain less, just knowing that we got a whole nother week, whole nother game to get ready for, and just knowing that we getting back to work, fixing the little mistakes, that happen, and that's probably what hits home for me, just knowing that we all get to go back to work, we all get a chance to, redeem ourselves and fix up the little things that shouldn't have happened.
All right. Let's go to our guy, Janu. Hey, Fabo. Is it Fabo or Fabo? How do I pronounce it?
It's Fabo. Fabo.
All right. I apologize. Hey, Fabo. Very proud of you. You have grown into the player we thought you could.
What's up,
Hey.
Do you remember a Coach Newsom back when you
were? Yeah, I do. Coach Newsom.
All right. So walk me through this. So I lived in Raymond outside of Jackson for like 4 years, Fabo. So you lived in Vicksburg, then you moved to Olive Branch. So like, are you a Vicksburg Gator at heart, or are you a conquistador at heart?
Oh man,
tough one.
I mean, because when I saw that you went to Olive Branch, I'm like, man, he ain't even from Mississippi. That's Memphis. But then I'm like, he went to Vicksburg. Like Vicksburg, that's Mississippi. Man.
Yeah, I'll probably say I'm a Gator at heart, but I'm still a conquistador at heart too, because that's who I went to high school with. But at the top, it's not. I ain't gonna say it's the top. It's probably like neck and neck for both of them.
Okay. And not Florida Gator, everybody. Vicksburg Gators is high school, Mississippi. Yeah. We get that all clear. Would you have gone to Vicksburg or Warren Central?
I would have went to Vicksburg. I went to Vicksburg Middle.
All right.
Mississippi
guys just got to catch
up. I was about to say that Mississippi talk.
Yeah, man. I did see that somebody said that on social media. You kind of shouted out Jackson State. Game day going to Jackson. How crazy is that, Fabo?
Yeah, that's hard. That's tough. Dion snapped with that one.
I can't believe it, man. So we'll see how that goes. Pensacola Packbuster asks you guys, what's your favorite attribute about Coach Norvell and his coaching style?
I'll have to say just what I admire most about him is his consistency. You always expect the same Coach Norvell every day, and that's the coach you're gonna get every day. He's gonna harp on you even when you're at your best or when you're at your worst. So, that's one thing that I love about Coach, and probably say my favorite probably have to be his speed. He got a lot of speed on him, but other than that, yeah, that's about it.
I haven't been keeping up with you guys. Do you still race coach every day, Robert?
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it either. We're gonna do it either way. We do it every practice, whether it's somebody watching or not. That's something we're gonna keep doing till I'm gone.
Are there any Pamelas in your life, Fabo? Family? Are there any Pamelas on your side of the family? Anybody named Pamela?
Pamela. Yeah, it is.
We got a Pamela
Oh,
Cooper.
that's my mama.
Oh, that's your. All right. I saw Fabo. I saw Cooper. I know what's going on here. It all makes
That's
sense.
my mama.
Is that Robert's mama? All right.
Yeah.
Pamela. I know a Pamela. But...
No, that's my mama. Hey, mama.
She's in the air. Look at that. She's
she on the flight right now. I'm surprised she got this on streaming, but hey, mama can make anything happen.
Yeah, all right. So she's flying back down from Chicago to Atlanta. Glad to see you back, Fabo. She says beat Georgia Tech, which is
of course
absolutely the plan. Reggie Johnson wonders who's winning a foot race between all you defensive linemen, all you tackles.
I honestly, me. Honestly,
I'm gonna keep it real.
Oh Lord,
I'm gonna keep it real. I'll be talking. I'm gonna say me.
no. Honestly,
I'm telling you.
It could be any. Yeah. It can be anybody, really. Anybody. But I think Mount got a little speed on him too.
Yeah, Mount got
a little speed on him. We don't count Bridge. Bridge, we want racing. You gonna put him with the DN. Yeah. Well, yeah, I think that's Josh.
If you guys had to do a 4x100, would defensive tackles beat?
I'm the last leg.
Lineman.
Say that again.
If you guys had a 4x100 team and you picked just defensive tackles, would you guys beat the offensive linemen?
Oh, yes.
Like crazy.
What?
Like crazy.
No, of course.
By a long shot.
STS Knoll 86 wonders, does Micah Pittman always have the cameras rolling? Have you ever seen him recording and been like, I'm going to turn around so I don't get in the shot?
No, I mean, the only time I catch him with his camera is probably, Thursdays or Fridays, but I ain't never really turned around and avoid him. Other than that one time we was just in the hotel and I was ready to get to my room. We just got there and I was ready to get on the elevator to go up. I tried to move out the way a little bit. I wasn't ready to give a quote just yet.
Gentlemen, favorite pregame song to get you hype? What's playing on the beats on Saturdays usually?
Probably Future.
Yeah, a little Future. I mean,
it's a mix. It's a big mix.
Yeah, anything that got a nice beat to it. Me, I'm not really, at that time, I'm not really more so for lyrics, but I'm more so for the beat.
Yeah,
that's all it is. I got them beats just for beats.
Get down or lay down wonders. If you could sack one of the guys left on the schedule, who you want to get your hands on? Who you want to try to bring down?
I want to sack everybody. I want to sack everywhere one of them. And why? Because I want to.
Let's see here. All right, yeah, self-scouting. This has been something that we heard during the press conference on Monday. I think Coach Atkins said, I think for his offensive linemen, he sat all of them down and kind of went over 3 things he wants them to kind of work on or think about in self-scouting. Have they talked to you guys all about like self-evaluation over the bye week? I mean, outside of getting treatment, what were the things that you guys kind of focused in on, Robert and Fabo, on this bye week?
Just, Coach Odell, we all just wanted to know just, different ways we can get better. Either way it's from the coaches, just from us, what things we, need to work on as a unit, as a group. That's about it. And, when it comes to self-scout, we self-scout ourselves every day. When it comes to practice or past games, we always looking at ways to get better or, some just harp on any mistake. To me, it's just every week. Every week I do the same thing, just self-scout, find ways we can get better by myself or just as a group. That's something that we always do.
What about you, Fabo? Same thing? Good answer, Robert?
Probably the same thing, just trying to figure out my details and getting back to myself and getting back on my feet and knocking the dust and the rust off my hands and off my feet and off my movements and stuff like that. That's probably about it for me.
I don't want to say I was eyeing you, Fabian, but man, seeing you practice, I was pointing out the fact that it looks like you haven't even maybe lost like a pound, with what you had to go through, man. Like how active were you staying, not only like mentally, but like physically? Were you still able to get in the weight room and do enough stuff to kind of make you still feel ready to go once, you got your clearance?
Yeah. I stayed in the weight room. I did that a lot. Once I finally got cleared and was able to work out, I was in the weight room a lot. I was in there a lot because I needed to feel like myself. Like sitting down for so long and not being able to do nothing, it's just like so tired, it's so lazy, and I don't like it. So once I finally got a chance to work out, I was in there all day, every day. I'm in there working out with them twice a day.
Right. So.
You're done with the scooter life, right?
Yeah.
Question for you guys. What opponent have you played against that actually had some pretty solid trash talk? Might have been even funny. Might have made you laugh. That you had to be like, respect.
Don't nobody really talk trash.
Not really.
Play that.
Probably. Probably say LSU was probably the funniest though.
Yeah.
LSU was probably the funniest trash talk to me. I mean, but other than that, no.
And they stopped talking after a while.
Yeah, you know how that
goes.
Fabian, you played a few more snaps in that game, even after you got banged up. Because I came down onto the field, and I remember seeing you, like, in pain, and like you're trying to still play. And I think like Coach Odell was telling you like to get down. Going through it, man.
That's not like Odell.
Yeah.
I mean, was that game that just it meant so much to you that you kind of found a way to power through it?
Yeah, I tried to, but it took over. I tried to. It's so much passion built up in it. That's why when I got hurt, I wasn't mad that I got hurt. I was mad I couldn't play with guys. Like I wasn't even tripping by my injury. I know I was gonna come back from that, but it was just the fact that I couldn't play with my guys. That's it.
How did that atmosphere rank for you guys in terms of playing in a stadium? Was that one of the top 2, top 3 sort of atmospheres you guys have ever played in, do you think?
Yeah, I would definitely say top 3, top 4.
Yeah.
Definitely up there.
Florida State will be taking on Georgia Tech Saturday at noon. Carol asked, do you guys like day or night games better?
Yeah, that's what I said. It depends, but ever since I came to Florida State, my first visit was a night game. So, it's just something about how dope look at night, man. It's just something about it with me.
All right, here's a good question from Tom Kirkpatrick. Any of the new freshman offensive linemen do you look at and go, that guy's going to be a beast?
Yeah, I got a couple. I mean, shoot, I really think all of them. But I mean, if you want to say name, I would say Julian, of course, always work in progress, and early, got a Sap, all these young guys. You can just tell that they're learning from their the veterans on the line. You can tell Givens and Reese, those guys are doing their part and helping the young guys out, and you can see it just throughout the practice. It's something you've been watching since spring, fall camp, just consistent growth.
Quayshawn Sapp is stout. I can't, as a tackle, as a center, he's got to be like a prototypically built center. He's
real wide guy.
And man, Jalen Early representing Texas, man. Jalen Early will go.
No. He is not from Texas.
Okay.
He's from Vicksburg, Mississippi.
Oh, is he?
He just moved to Texas.
I'm telling you, all roads lead back to Mississippi.
Come on now.
He said all roads lead back to Mississippi.
That's crazy. Man, I like Jalen. I like Jalen a lot.
Yeah.
Muscle Fitness. Maybe it's the magazine Muscle and Fitness, or maybe it's just some person named Muscle Fitness. Hey, guys, what's your take on Patrick Payton and his development? His potential for the future looks great.
I mean, you ain't lying. His potential is real high to me. I talk to him, most of the time just telling him how much I see him growing. I've been telling him that since, he first got his first snaps. He just been, him and Josh, those guys been consistently growing every game. And that's how I tell them that just don't feel, just stay humble, always know that there's something to work on. You're never going to be your best. You just keep working, and shoot, his potential is going to be amazing.
About you, Fabo, you're in maybe some of the meetings with him. What's kind of maybe impressed you about Patrick over the last, 4 or 5 weeks where he's really sort of come on here?
Honestly, the way he learns stuff and goes applied on the field. Yeah. Like he learned just like we learned. Like he already been there, already done that. Like that's the most impressive thing about him. He learns it fast and he goes out and executes it.
Yeah.
A reminder again, everybody, we don't have super chats open on this show, but we do encourage you, if you're feeling generous, to go over to risingspear.com. You can make a one-time donation or a reoccurring gift with all the money that is given to Rising Spear, all that money then in turn goes straight to the student athletes. Nothing is skimmed off the top. 100% of all the sort of donations given to risingspear.com goes to the Florida State student athletes. There's over 200 of them involved with Rising Spear. I think just earlier today, the women's soccer team was out at a local elementary school hanging out with some kids. These guys go out to the Boys and Girls Club on the regular. So they are making an impact here in the community. They're supporting over 200 Florida State student athletes, Rising Spear is, across 9 different sports. So do check them out. Mark Linder wants to talk about dessert, looks like. Banana pudding, pecan pie, sweet potato pie. Where are you guys on the spectrum when it comes to sweets?
Off of these 3, I'm going with pecan pie. Just because I guess that's just a Georgia thing. But me, I have to go with pecan pie.
That's a tough one. Because pecan pie is fire. And sweet potato pie is fire too.
No,
and banana pudding is good too. But I really
depends
just
who's
feel
making
like,
it.
Yeah, it's all based off who make all.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
You can mess it up real easy.
You can mess it up. But out of all of them, I'd probably say pecan pie or sweet potato pie, depending on who make it.
I never had pecan pie until I moved to Mississippi, and my neighbor my neighbor brought me he was like Squanto. Like, he brought me all this great food on Thanksgiving because I was by myself. And his wife made pecan pie, and he's like, Aslan, let me tell you, man, get some vanilla ice cream, put on, make it a la mode. It was good. Sold. Changed my life. Changed my life, man. Changed my life.
I never did that.
I'm telling you, it goes stupid.
Souls Boy J asks, who's the best Madden player on the team?
Really, I'll say me, but I done took some losses, but I don't know the hardest person to beat.
I probably have to say J-Dub.
Yeah, I was between J-Dub and Sid.
Yeah, I ain't know.
Sid. Them, I think those 2 probably be the top 2. But yet again, I ain't play everybody on the new Madden because when a new Madden come out, a new standard come out. So if you was good at Madden 22,
you might not be good at 23.
So I got to play everybody. But the only people I played on Madden 23, I'll give J-Dub and Sid. Yeah.
All right.
Those are the hard ones to beat.
Let's take this one on the way out. Thanks for being here, everybody. If you could hit that thumbs up, we certainly would appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for taking some time out. Pensacola Packbuster asking you guys, what do you think about Jordan and how much he's developed here as a quarterback this season?
I think he developed a lot as a quarterback. This is something I noticed, during the off season. I could just tell how much confidence he was having in his arm, and looking at the throwing, all the little throwing sessions they used to do, and just tell how much confidence he grew in his arm, and just seeing the confidence still growing throughout the season, and just showing, just basically showing what he can do as a passer and a runner too.
Fabian, can I ask you if we'll see you play on Saturday, or are you on a gag order? Coach going to get mad at me if I ask you that.
I'm going to tell you like this. You will know when you know.
Well said.
You didn't know. Okay.
Welcome, and thanks everybody. Not welcome. We're wrapping things up here, but thanks again for tuning into this edition of In the Coop with Robert Cooper. We'll be back the rest of the season every Monday, 7:30, with Robert and a surprise guest. Thank you to Fabian Lovett for hanging out. We really appreciate it, Fabian.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
And thanks to Robert as always. Again,
baby.
If you want to give back to these student athletes who sacrifice their lives, their social lives, their bodies, to make your lives a little bit cooler on the weekends, head over to risingspear.com. All your donations go right to these student athletes. There's over 200 of them that are being supported across 9 different sports. Shout out to everybody in the comments section as well. Hit the thumbs up on the way out. Gentlemen, thank you. We'll see you at practice tomorrow. Go Noles.
Yes, sir. See you. Go Noles.